Everyone, I have the new Resiners G3 curing machine. It's for epoxy resin and UV resin combination. It's pretty cool. But in addition to showing you this, I'm going to be doing some really cool projects, some coastal art projects. Could be used for Christmas, could be used for gifts, could be used to sell at craft fairs. So follow along. You'll see exactly how it works, and I'll let you know what I think of it. So Resiners also has another curing machine that I've had for a while, maybe over a year now. And if you're familiar with that at all, it's similar in the length, but the depth is this is about an inch longer in the back, but the height and the purpose is what makes it much different. So in this one, you can only do up to about an inch and a half mold. You can't do any tall molds. The surface area is a little bit smaller, like I said, but this can go up to 5 inches. So it has two different modes as far as the height. So you can actually take this and use it this way so that it's deeper, or you can flip it this way to make it closer. And the only reason you would want to make it closer, as far as I'm concerned, is maybe so the UV rays will get to it, be more intense. But for my purposes right now, I'm going to be just showing you this way. So this way it goes up to 5 inches around the edges, and in the center it goes up to 2.6 inches. And the reason that it's only 2.6 inches in the center is because this sticks down. This is actually the UV light. So when you set this down and look at it from underneath, I'll show you. You can see how that sticks down a little deeper. So you have to put the taller molds around the perimeter and the shorter molds for epoxy resin in the center. And this is what it looks like if you have it on the shorter mode, and it's 2.6 inches around the perimeter and 1 inch in the center. So not super deep. You'd want it the other way. To turn the machine on, you just hold your finger there. This is the different modes: flat, tall, UV. Flat and tall is only for epoxy resin. When you switch it from mode to mode just by going like this, and you can see the little light, whatever's on. If it's on either the flat or tall mode, it's in the epoxy resin mode. The timer will come up. The highest you can set it for is 4 hours. For the temperature, you just touch this. The highest you can set that for is 149 degrees. To change to the UV mode, you go like that. It automatically goes to 30 seconds. You can put it in longer by changing the time this way. And I believe it goes as high as 10 minutes. I don't know why you'd do it for 10 minutes though. And then it just shuts off automatically. One thing about the G3 is that there's always a fan running. So when you're on the UV mode, the fan is constantly cooling. When you're in the flat or the tall epoxy resin mode, the fan is circulating the air. Once your timer is up, it goes into a cooling mode and the fan cools. We're going to start with an epoxy resin project. So for this project, we're using the Bond Crafter resin, and I've been using this for some time now. It's a really nice 1-to-1 ratio resin that you mix in a cup like you do most. And any resin that I'm going to put into a mold, I always put into the Resiners bubble removal machine. It just gets all the bubbles out and it works really good. And here I made the mistake of putting it in the machine before I mix the colorant in. You should always mix the colorant in and then put it into the machine, because now I'm going to go ahead and mix the colorant in. Stirring the colorant in will create more bubbles. So after I stir it in, I'm going to end up putting it back into the Resiners bubble removal machine. Now this colorant is actually from Tea Expert. It comes in a box of 6 different colors, and the one I'm using is a real pretty teal, and it's a pigment paste. Did I say that? And very concentrated, very pretty, and I'm just putting a small amount in because I want it to be translucent. These into resin molds that have the special diamond and crystal effects look best if you use a translucent colorant. The other thing is, when you're adding a colorant to resin and putting it into the bubble removal machine, it's in your best interest to put it in 2 cups, or watch it very, very closely, because a colorant has a tendency to make it bubble more, and it can bubble right over the top. So I decided to move the molds over to the curing machine to pour them, which is probably in your best interest. And I had mixed up 6 ounces of resin. I really wasn't sure how much I was going to need. And I think I over poured a little bit on the turtle, and I end up using a pipette to take some out. I use these pipettes a lot. You can get them on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. They're really nice for filling small areas. And so because I have so much resin left over, I decided to use this crab mold, which is also an into resin mold, and it's really cute. And I got these bail blanks from Michael's the other day, and I thought they'd be nice to put on the back of maybe some resin ornaments so that you could hang a hook on them to hang them on the tree. I've never used them before, but I thought they might be a good idea, so I thought I'd try them. I just thought they might be a good idea. I'm sure there's other ways we could put some kind of a loop on it so that we could hang them on a tree for a coastal Christmas tree. So anyway, with the extra, I filled the crab, and I filled the little bow, which is also another into resin mold. And then I put the top on, and I set it for 2 hours, and I put it up to the highest temperature, 149 degrees. After the 2 hours is up, it goes into a cool down mode, and I left it in there for another 45 minutes. And as you can see, after I turned the camera up, I mixed up some more resin, and I poured another big mold. I've wanted to do this one. So this is a little teddy bear, and it has the crystal effect on it, and it is super, super pretty. Decided to take a minute to put some gloves on, because they say you're not supposed to touch the inside of the mold with your bare hands. And isn't that pretty? I just think that's so pretty, and I have some ideas for this one too. I just love their crystal effect molds. I know their molds are really pricey, but they are so pretty. Some of their molds you can get other places, but these diamond and crystal effect ones I have not seen anywhere else. So then I'm going to go ahead and demold the other one. So with resin, the thicker it is, the faster it cures. So if you pour something really thin, it'll be softer, whereas you'll find the thicker ones are already hard. So this one, you can see that its legs are all bendy still, so I'm going to leave that one for last. So this one is the starfish with, I don't know, I think it's called the diamond effect, and I put the bail blank on the back, and it actually stayed on, didn't fall back in. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I just think this one is so pretty. Well, I think they're all pretty. I have a few different ideas for this one too. And then the next one is the turtle, which has the exact same effect on it, I think. And this one's super pretty too. And that bail blank stayed on the back too, so you can hang it. I don't know. Could this be a necklace? Is that too big for a necklace? Probably. But I could think of other things to do with it too. And then this next one is the bow. I've used this on a bunch of different projects that you've seen already. I think I used it for the bow tie on the ghost project for the little boy, and then I used it for the top of the ghost molds. And then this last one is a whale, and I have some ideas for this one too. I think that's super pretty. I guess that's called maybe the diamond effect. I don't know. But he's really chunky. but I like him too. And then the last one is the crab mold. I think this would be kind of cute as a Christmas ornament. I almost feel like we need to add some sparkle to them because, you know, people buy coastal ornaments all the time. Living here in Florida, or if you live somewhere on the coast by the water, people like to decorate their Christmas trees with ornaments, coastal ornaments. So this would be a real pretty one. I'd like to add some sparkle or something else to it though. And in that one, the bail blank stayed in the back too. So, and I know there's other ways to hang it, but that's super cute too. I could just think of other ways to do that different coloring for it also. So I think the Resiners Curing Machine works really well. It's an upgrade from their previous curing machine because it can hold higher molds. And also tomorrow I'm going to show you how to use it with UV resin, and I'm going to be doing another project tomorrow with the UV resin using the curing machine here. Hey everyone, so you saw how I use the Resiners new G3 curing machine. Super cool, especially nice for small spaces. I like it myself, and I have a larger space to work in just because you can put all your molds inside of it and then set it aside. It has a nice sturdy top on it. They even showed in a video a lady standing on it, and I thought, why? I'm not gonna do that. But just showing, I guess, you know, like the big glass resining table that I have, you could never put that down onto the floor, but this you could probably move down to the floor or, you know, out of the way and not worry about it. And it's not, you know, huge and clumsy and taking up too much space. But anyway, it was a lot of fun to work with. Tomorrow I have a video about this same curing table here using the UV resin. So, and I'm doing a Halloween project with it. So that'll be real cool. And then next week I am revisiting all of these products, molds, and I am going to be making a whole bunch of different things in different ways for you to be able to sell at craft shows or, you know, for yourself. But I just have a bunch of ideas. It was just too much to put in one video. My videos seem to be getting longer and longer. I hope it's not driving you crazy. But there's just so many things I can think of to do with them. So anyway, I just think this is the prettiest mold ever. You could just sell that just like that as a Christmas ornament. I think, you know, here I'm in Florida, but anybody who's in a coastal area, I just think that is so pretty. And you don't have to put any glitter or anything in it because it sparkles just like that. Look at that. I have never seen molds like this before until I made my first video with the Resin molds last month. I guess people have been doing them on YouTube for, I don't know, a year or two now, but I had never seen them. And I am just amazed by them. Now, some of the Resin molds you can find for less expensive on Amazon sites and that, but none with these special effects. I've just never seen them before with these special effects. If you guys know of another place to get them like this, please let me know. I would love to know. Anyway, I just think that's so pretty. And then this guy, I decided to go ahead and pour the resin in this mold because I've been wanting to know what he looks like. And look at him sparkle. He's so pretty. And I have ideas for him. I have ideas to do with this one besides an ornament and with this. And my crab mold is super cute too. This would be an ornament. I think we need to glitter him up a little bit though for Christmas. I have some other ideas for him, not just for an ornament, but other ideas. And I think he's real pretty too. And did I talk about the bail blanks on the back? So that was stuck right into the resin. So if you don't do it that way, you can just put some E6000 on the back and stick it in that way. It's, you know, not a big deal. And then there's other ways to hang ornaments. So I have the little windows has the little hole makers. And this on another one, which I'm going to show you next week, I was able to use. But because this mold is not level, not that it's not level, because it has all the little bumpy things for the crystal effect or diamond effect or whatever it is, the hole maker won't work on that. So you're going to have to either use a bail blank or you could put like a little loop on the back while the resin's still in it. And then this turtle. I think that is so pretty. Look at that sparkle. Isn't that cute? And what do you think? Do you think that this is too small for a Christmas ornament and too big for a necklace? I'm not really sure. What do you guys think? And I have ideas for him too. I have ideas for everything. So, and then here's my little whale. He's super cute too. And I've got ideas for him. I've got to paint his eye. And I think there's other ways you could color him, but I kind of like him plain with maybe just a black eye. So he's real pretty. And, well, then you've seen this a million times before. This is the bow. And this is an into resin mold also with the crystal or diamond effect or whatever. I use that on the little, for the bow tie for the little boy ghost, and then for my ghosts over there on the little girls' heads. But that's kind of cool too. But I just had some extra resin, so that I threw it in there. Anyway, I thought they were pretty cool. This machine works really well. 2 hours, and it shuts off, goes into a cooling mode. I left it for a half hour, and I was able to demold. Now, the thinner molds, this was a little wobbly still, but the thinner molds take longer to cure than the larger molds. These were able to pop out. It was just the legs on this that after the 2.5 hours, well, I was still able to pop it out, but they were still a little wobbly. So anyway, super cool machine. Tomorrow, watch tomorrow's video. I'm gonna use it with the UV resin. And then next week, I have a whole bunch of projects using all of these. I hope you guys watch. I just want you guys to know that I love to hear your comments. Even if you have something to add, a different way I could do it, just don't be mean. But I really enjoy hearing your comments. I read every single one, and I comment back to everybody, no matter what. I always comment back. I love reading it. I love looking at your artwork on Facebook. Whether it's something you're trying to make that's the same as mine, or a spin-off of mine, or something of your own creation. You guys have such great ideas. I'm just shocked. It's stuff that I would never think of. It's wow. And I have learned so much from you guys. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I really appreciate it. Everybody has so many kind things to say all the time, and it is greatly appreciated, and I read all of them. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new. I'm going to have the links to all of the molds and to the Resiners Curing Machine on right under the video. So someone had contacted me the other day how to find it on a cell phone, and it's under the video on a cell phone too. It's just so much more difficult. I don't know how you watch anything on a cell phone, but on the regular computer, it's directly under it, and then it'll say more, M-O-R-E, and you click on that, and the whole list of everything I've used in the video is in there, and I'll have links to the molds and the curing machine, in addition to discount codes. I believe I have a 15% discount code for this, and a 20% discount code for the into resin molds. So, and on a laptop or the iPads, I know when you click more, it comes up into the right-hand corner, your list of products. And on the cell phone, I believe underneath it. So it gets complicated. So anyway, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. If you enjoy the channel and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell. You'll be notified if you want to be notified. Hit the bell whenever I put a new video out. Facebook page, like I said, an amazing group over there. So much. I've learned so much. I am not an expert on resin by any means. I have a lot of experience now, but there are people who are out there who've been doing it a lot longer than I have, especially molds. And anyway, I come join us and check us out over there, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.